After such a long time, we have something about Eve Bissouma. Just an update, so don't get your hopes high up the roof, right? But I have very shocking news for you guys as well. Well, literally, I've been shocking you guys with a lot of news recently. But here's one more to sweeten the pot, not in a good way. So Mark Irvine says Arsenal want to offload Alex Lacazette in 1.5 15 million pounds transfer and push ahead with move for Chelsea's Tammy Abraham. Now Arsenal will not be offering a new contract to Alex Lacazette, and since getting into the final year of his contract, going on a free transfer maybe that's a big possibilities. But Arsenal can't give Lacazette a new contract because apparently he earns 175k a week. That would warrant Arsenal to, minimum give him somewhat close to what Aubameyang used to earn. But Arsenal paid 52 million to sign Lacazette, and it looks like they might be fine in selling him for somewhere around 15 million. But more importantly, it's not just about the price tag that Alex Lacazette will come up. That is definitely going to be a good thing. But the biggest problem and the biggest necessity is the squad place. If he goes, he vacates a spot for a striker, and that is what Arsenal are looking for at the moment. If that happens, well, it's definitely going to be really positive. But it's not easy to sell off Lacazette when Atletico are interested in getting Griezmann back. It's not Atletico, maybe. Moving on, so Man City will agree to sell Bernardo Silva if they receive an offer somewhere around 50 to 60 million pounds. Do you think we should go for Bernardo 50 to 60 million? Let me know in the comments. Should we go for Bernardo Silva 50 to 60 million? I think it's a little too late to offer that much, or to ask that much. 50 to 60. Probably they would want that price tag. They bought him for that much, I guess. 45-50 is what I think they paid Monaco. So they bought him for that much, and they want exactly that or little more. Wow. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Still has a lot in his cylinder, but it looks like Man City would want to freshen up their attack. Moving on, so Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang showed off his new look in Arsenal's pre-season training at London Colney today. You can see his new kit. Oh my god, the Medusa. Medusa snake will be definitely proud. Also, there you go, the training images are here. Look at Willian. Oh, that stomach has gone inside. Very well. Nuno Tavares with his braid locks, deadlocks, Goldilocks, Medusa locks. Better word. And there you go, the whole team readying. I don't know. Okay, they're definitely looking at the ball. Could be a set piece thing, but okay. There's Foden, Balogun, Eddie Nketiah, Sambi Lokonga, Omar Rekik, Kieran Tierney, Thomas Partey, Nicola, Pepe, Ainsley, Maitland-Niles, Fofty is also there. And there we go, Omar Rekik was also included alongside Nicola Pepe, Thomas Partey, Sambi Lokonga, Nuno Tavares, and definitely that is Hector Bellerin with the tattoo guy. Yes, he is. Cedric Soares. Oh my god, Miguel Aziz has lost his locks. Oh, his beautiful locks are gone. Miguel Aziz, why you do that, bro? That should not. Oh my god, this does not look good, man. Miguel Aziz, no, not you, bro. Not you. Moving on, well, it's time to talk about Maddison because the things are getting heated up with him getting linked to Arsenal. It's literally a lot that any Arsenal fan can take. So according to Pete O'Rourke, he says that I think Arsenal are getting encouraging signs that something could be done with James Maddison. I think Maddison is coming around the idea of moving from Leicester to Arsenal. Real encouraging signs here. I was told last summer Maddison was on Arsenal's list, but they just knew then it would have been too hard to do. They're trying to be inventive in the transfer market and come up with solutions to get this deal done. The encouragement is coming from both the sides. There is a bit from Leicester as well, that if they offer the right deal, they'll happily take it. I know his representatives are ongoing discussions between Arsenal and themselves to see if they can get this deal done. So it is pretty much clear that Madison's representatives are making things happen. That his next step to his career from Leicester to Arsenal is what they are. They want to work on it, and most importantly, I think it definitely gets a head approval from the man himself, James Madison. Moving on, so talking about an ex-Arsenal player, Daniel Malen is about to complete his move from PSV Eindhoven to Borussia Dortmund. So Borussia Dortmund is definitely going to buy. I mean, definitely they would want to replace Jadon Sancho, and one of the players that they are linked with is a wonder kid, the whiz kid from PSV is Daniel Malen. But he would definitely move on from PSV to Dortmund for £25 million. That's what Dortmund have to pay to PSV. But more importantly, Arsenal will receive a windfall of around £250k when he joins Dortmund. So that's the salon fee that Arsenal have kept up, and they are going to get that opportunity to get some windfall cash to help them in the transfer window. Well, in exactly 3 weeks' time now, Arsenal will kick off the Premier League season away to Brentford. Wow, I'm waiting for that, bruh. 3 weeks, oh, how time flies. Lovely. Crazy, crazy stuff. Moving on, so Kieran Tierney has some words of praise from Mikel Arteta. He says, Tierney had a really, really good season after a really difficult start at the club. I really value people that when things aren't going for them, they don't give up. Cool. And Fabrizio Romano on Ruben Neves says, I think in the next days we will have something on this one. Let's see if it's about Arsenal or Manchester United. So he's clueless. That tells me that there is not much news about Ruben Neves going anywhere for now. Yeah. Let's see. Moving on, so talking about more stuff. Well, Fabrizio Romano speaking on Arsenal Lounge about Lokonga says Lokonga is so professional and has big potential. But I've heard is that Arsenal in 2 or 3 years believe he's a player for 50 to 60 million euros. This is the feeling around the club. Atlanta were looking at him as a perfect player. The Atlanta directors told Fabrizio that Sambi is a really special, because players are not always only looking at football. Many times they're acting like stars, but the director says he's really living for football. The player is always 100% focusing and fighting for the team, and this is something really appreciated. Well, that's 1 point for us. Strong point. Moving on, so okay, here's a thing about Emil Smith-Rowe asking for the number 10 to Mikel Arteta. He says that he asked for the number 10 shirt, so that shows you the ambition and desire. I prefer players who ask for more than maybe they can take, but if they believe they can do it, don't put a limit on it. We talked a little bit, we discussed, and he knows the consequences of that, but he feels prepared to do it, and if he is prepared to do it, then I am going to be right behind him to try to make him as comfortable and as happy as possible to do what he wants to do. That's what you want to hear from your gaffer. Moving on, so Max Aarons to Arsenal is unlikely to happen this summer despite the links. That's according to Chris Wheatley. Well, if AFC Bell comes up with an update, nobody gives a damn about Chris Wheatley. Just joking. Moving on links between Arsenal and Jordan Henderson, Chris Wheatley says it is not true. Of course, that's what I would say as well. So it's true. I mean, it's bizarre. It's outrageous that this news came out of nowhere, but okay. That's what transfer window is all about. And according to Chris Wheatley, he says there hasn't been anything concrete in Arsenal's Bissouma interest. No concrete approach from Arsenal. There you go. Another news that we knew almost about it. Well, moving on. So according to Charles Watts, Arsenal have given all staff who are eligible for a pay review a 3% pay rise in recognition of their efforts to help keep things running over the past 18 months. Yet no one will definitely talk about or praise these points. But yet we're definitely going to talk about how many people Arsenal let off, because the club had to exist in tough times. Yeah, people will only talk about your bad aspects. According to Corriere dello Sport, Xhaka will become a player for Roma next week. This agreement is imminent, and the deal will be completed at a value of 18 million euros, 15 plus 3 add-ons. The player will undergo a medical examination and leave for Portugal immediately. So it's pretty much clear that Granit Xhaka is definitely going to be a Roma player next week. Let's see how things will turn out to be and how exactly we are. Let's see. With this, I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you seek daily Arsenal content, best place to be. Consider subscribing. I will see you in the next one. Cheers.